Hello. Hi all. This is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome to Elliott Wave News channel by Wave Strategy Advisors. And welcome again. This Today we are going to look at what is the overall trend of Nifty. And it has now moved exactly the way expected and mentioned in the research report. So you can see on the screen the equity research report, Financial Waves short-term update, which we publish every day in the morning before the market opens. And if you look at this research report, you can see very clearly that markets have been behaving exactly within the channel which has been shown here. You will be able to see the moving averages applied along with channels and the wave counts. Also, if you check, prices are now at this was published today morning, so today's data is not there. But any which ways, prices are near the upper end of the channel. And we have turned bullish from the levels of around 9600. It went exactly the way it was expected. It touched the level of 9950 was the target that we have been expecting, and markets came very close to that level of 993040 and has been showing some kind of a nervous sign post reaching there. So it's very clear that prices have been behaving as per the Elliott wave pattern and the channels. But below I'll show you an hourly chart on which you can probably see how price have been the internal counts of the ongoing move, how it has been doing lately. So if you look at this chart, price were trending sharply on the upside within the black channel, and now it has started moving sideways. And you will be shocked to listen that the low which is formed in today's session exactly came towards the lower end of the Bollinger Band. A low was formed there, and then there was a reversal again back on the upside, and it closed near the upper end of the bands. So it clearly indicates that when the markets from a trending move moves from a trend to a sideways action, Bollinger Bands is one of our simplest technique that you can start applying. And we do that as soon as we realize that there is a possibility of a triangle formation being there or some consolidation going to happen after a strong trending move. Also, constantly in the report, in this report also, if you go and get access to it and see, you will see that we have been mentioning that it's going to be buy on dips market and not probably on the breakout, because during a sideways range, buy on dips works extremely well. So same thing can be seen here. If you would have bought, if price would have come down a bit, touch the lower Bollinger Band, and then bounce back from there to the upside. And now we have closed again near the upper end. So for the range bound action to again start trending move, we need to see a decisive breakout from this range. So as per the Bollinger Bands, you can see this is the range, and it will be on Monday. If we see a decisive breakout above the range, we will be able to confirm that the uptrend is resuming probably towards the psychological 10,000 mark. One important aspect is now there is a very high open interest at the of call options near the strike price of 10,000, which indicates that crossing this level in this expiry is not going to be an easy task. So there is a possibility we might touch that level. The much needed euphoria will be created if we touch the psychological 10,000. There will be a lot of euphoria, and at the same time, prices might then start reversing. So in order to capitalize on such kind of movement, what you can also do is probably you can try and look at the weekly chart. Now this is the screen. If you can see my screen, you can see that it's a weekly bar which has been ongoing. So this is the current week bar which has closed near 9915, 9920 levels. And each of the time the weekly bar has managed to protect the low of the prior week. This is one of the simplest technique that you can identify. So unless and until I see a weekly close prior to the low, so low is 9792, unless until I see a close below 9790 level in the coming week, the bias is going to remain positive. This is the simplest objective technique that you can use. After looking at it, you can probably go down on a daily chart and see that it has been in a sideways action, a very clear action. You can see it's just sideways. So if it's in a sideways action, go down in an hourly chart and start plotting the Bollinger Bands. So if you go on an hourly chart and start using Bollinger Bands, you will be able to see that the movement has been precise as per the band. So the parameters that I use for Bollinger Bands, you can probably use 20 and 2, which has worked brilliantly well. So can you see how amazingly this Bollinger Band is working on an hourly chart? So unless now prices have closed here, it seems that it's going to give a break on the upside, but suddenly it will reverse again, comes down. It near the lower end, it was like probably it's again giving a break on the downside, but again reversed back and went on the upside. So this kind of sideways action works extremely well on the Bollinger Bands. and you will find these kind of techniques being applied on the daily research report financial waves short-term update. The reason I'm emphasizing so much is because we have been mentioning these levels. The way it has been moving, markets have been moving precisely as per the wave count, as per the bands we are applying, and this is no surprise. So the movement was expected after a sustained uptrend and so much of euphoria. We can always expect such kind of a huge sideways action and volatility, which we are witnessing now. So, in case you would like to understand more of the levels, you can probably look at the research report on Monday. I'll be publishing the exact levels where we can expect markets to head, uh, provided certain levels are broken, and you can view those levels in that report. And apart from that, I'll be speaking on 29th and 30th July, which is next weekend, on Elliott wave, Neo wave, time cycles, as well as Gann projections. It will essentially cover how to trade using the advanced techniques combined together. I'll also be discussing the trades that I normally do, how I do it, what worked, what did not work, what are the stop losses that you should place, what are the trade setups you should look at. So those techniques I'll be talking about, and I'll be discussing this Bollinger Band. So if I show you my research report again, I'll be discussing about the most of the aspects of that report. I'll be discussing about how prices have been behaving, why it has been behaving the way it is expected to be. So I'll be talking about time cycles, wave counts, moving averages, indicators, how these many techniques can be combined together. And trust me, it's not that complex. It sounds very lot of things to do, but it's not that complex, because we are picking up the best of the methods and combining them together in order to give us a similar outcome. If we get a similar outcome from each of these methods, then you have a very strong objectivity, and you will definitely place a stop loss at certain points defined by each of these methods. And at the same time, if you apply time cycles, it works brilliantly, and even now it has helped us to capture the low, which is marked as wave X over here. So that's it from my side. In case you have any doubts, any queries, want to register for the training, you can probably visit the website wavestrategy.com, or you can get in touch with us at 99-204-22202. Write to us at helpdesk@wavestrategy.com and enroll for the seats, which is on the training for which is going to be next week. It's only a few seats are left, so in case you want to enroll and register for it, please hurry up. And trust me, it's not going to be a very complex study. It's going to be very easy, and it's more going to be discussion on how do we trade and what setups we should look at, how did we manage to capitalize on the entire up move from the lower levels, and what should be the trading strategy going forward, what are the market outlook for the rest of 2017. So there will be a lot of things that we will be going to discuss in the upcoming session. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. See you again, and have a blissful weekend.